As you get closer to your execution date, do you have any regrets
About what?
about everything that
About
happened?
And nobody's ever asked me, really asked me, do you have any remorse about what happened? Even though it was self-defense. Sure, I have remorse every day. You know, I thought about this several times a day, every day for 32 years. You know, I wish it hadn't have happened.
What do you want to say, Carl, to the family of that officer, the family of James Irby?
I'm sorry it happened. If I could change it, I would, but I can't. And I know that leaving a young wife with kids, it's hard on her, and well, it's been hard on me for 32 years too.
So you can still remember that day?
Yes, I can remember everything that happened that day. Yeah.
Why did you shoot Officer Irby?
Why? Because he was fixing to kill me. When I pulled my gun, it was in self-defense.
Did what happened to your brother, was that in your mind that day?
No. No, absolutely not.
Because what happened to your brother happened not far from there.
Yeah,
He died off Tidwell.
Yeah, it was on the north side. Yeah, same place. Yeah,
Same area.
This on airline. Yeah, it was probably maybe 5 miles difference from airline to more like over close to the East Tex Freeway, maybe 2 or 3 blocks off the East Tex Freeway in Tidwell.
So for you, it wasn't about getting revenge for your brother?
Absolutely not. No. I don't have nothing against cops. I want cops to protect me just like they do everybody else. I did not carry a gun to protect myself against cops. But the crowd that I ran with, that's why I carried a gun, because most of them carried a gun, you know, and it was just to protect myself against them. I've never had nothing against cops. I know they got a job to do, and I don't have a hard feelings with cops.
Why did you have a gun on you that day?
For self-protection, because the people that I deal with, the people that like pimps and gangsters and thieves, burglars and shoplifters, and I mean, that's the element that I grew up in. And that's not the first time I've carried a gun. I've carried a gun all my life, ever since I was about 16 years old. But it was never, I never carried a gun to have a shootout with the police. It was for my own protection against the people that I dealt with every day, my environment.
Tell me about your childhood. Where did you grow up?
In the valley, until I was about maybe 6 or 8 years old, and then we moved to Houston, right there on the northeast side of Houston.
Tell me about your parents.
I had a great mom. I had an alcoholic, abusive father. He was an auto mechanic. He worked 6 days a week.
How often do you think about that day?
Every day, many times a day. You know, I wish it had never happened. You know, and it's something I can't change. You know, that day when I took that gun with me that day to go to the radiator shop, I had no intentions of using it on anybody. It was just another normal day to me.
How do you plan to spend your final days?
Well, just like I do every day, I read my Bible and I'll read other books. I like to read. And I'm too old to go out. They let the other inmates go out to recreation 1 hour a day. And They got what they call the yard. They can go out there for 1 hour, unless it's raining. But I'm too old. I've got a pinched nerve in my leg, and I can't go to the day room and walk around because I can't stand up that long. And I have to use to take a shower, I have to use, they've got a medical shower, a handicap shower that's got rails on the side and in a place where you can sit down, you know, because I can't stand up on 2 legs. And I'm really, physically, I have bad kidneys.
And as we finish up here, our time's running out. Is there anything I did not ask you, Carl, that you wanted to say?
Yes, I would like to say something to you. I wish like hell it never had happened. If that was Miss Irby sitting right there, I'd tell her the same thing. I'm sorry it happened. My heart aches every day for her and her kids. So maybe my execution will set their mind at ease a little bit. I mean, you know, I can't bring their dad back, but maybe by me being executed, maybe they can finally put this thing behind them, you know, and look to the future.